That is when you have a great product market fit, when someone is willing to pay that X amount right away to get their problem solved. Welcome back to my channel, guys. My name is Denise, and in this video I'm going to talk about the real reason why your lead generation strategy is not working for you. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button and the bell and get notified every time I post a new video on sales, marketing, and automation. Lead generation. Don't we all want to have more leads as a business? I think we all know the answer to this question. Lead generation is an important aspect of any business if you want to sell more of your products, services / solutions. But when carrying out a lead generation marketing campaign or strategy, what does it really take to make that strategy successful? Well, that's the billion-dollar question. When it comes to lead generation, let's first start by understanding what lead generation is. So lead generation, according to dictionary.com, is the action or process of identifying and cultivating potential customers for a business's products or services. In other words, gaining interest from your prospective clients or customers with marketing methods that will attract them into wanting to buy your solutions. So there are several different ways of doing lead generation or gaining interest from your prospects. But let's dig deeper into what types of lead generation there are. So you can divide lead generation into outbound and inbound lead gen. And outbound meaning that you go out into the world and generate interest with your solutions, of which your prospects might not know about you, your services, or your solutions. For example, doing cold outreach through email marketing is a method of outbound lead gen. Inbound lead gen, meaning people coming to you because you are pushing out content that generates interest, for example on social media platforms, is a method of inbound marketing or inbound lead generation. So now when I speak with my clients in the SaaS world, they tell me that they've tried lead generation before and it has not worked for them. So when asking what the reason is that they believe it has not worked for them, I mostly get an answer such as, we've hired somebody to do it and they haven't gotten the leads that we needed or asked for, or we don't know really what the reason was that our lead gen hasn't worked. So when I dig deeper into those challenges that they have, from my experience, it most of the time boils down to two things. So one, having a solution that is a great product market fit, or two, the messaging is too complex to understand what the true value is of your solution. There are obviously other aspects that could also influence this, but I'm keeping it very simple and to the point here. So let's first understand what product market fit is. So according to Mark Andreessen, a venture capitalist of Andreessen Horowitz, he defines the term as follows. So product market fit means being in a good market with a product or service that can satisfy that market. Meaning your products or services can solve a deeper pain in the market and the prospects are willing to pay an X amount of money to solve this problem right away. This means you have a great product market fit. So I'll give you a hypothetical situation to clarify this example. So let's say one day I wake up with a dire stomach ache, of which I can't even, walk properly, or I can't basically do anything. So I get myself to a doctor and the doctor asks me questions to diagnose what I potentially have. So when he knows the diagnosis, he tells me you have X condition, which is not treated. If not treated well, you will become ill. He then says, Denise, I can treat it right away. You just have to pay $50K right away. I can do two things in that situation. Or I die from the pain, or I have him help me become better. What would you do in that situation? So I think we would pay anything to have that pain go away, meaning that this service is a solution for me, which I am willing to pay an X amount of money for. That is when you have a great product market fit, when someone is willing to pay that X amount right away to get their problem solved. Now you can have solutions of which the product market fit is okay, which means the solution that you're selling is a nice to have. So you can get that mostly when your prospect says something like, we like the solution, but we might be interested in a few months, or, there's no urgent need at the moment, basically. So tying this to lead generation means that if your solution has a great product market fit, you are on the way to having a higher chance of your lead gen strategy getting you good results, as this is a burning need in the market that needs to be solved. By the way, comment down below what has been your biggest struggle or challenge with your lead generation campaigns. The second aspect could be that, the messaging is made too complex to understand what the true value is of your solution or the benefit of your solution. There's a good book called Pitch Anything by Oren Klaff that explains how our brain works when seeing and consuming information for the first time. Klaff talks about the croc brain or crocodile brain being a part of the brain that is the filtering system of the brain and has a very short-sighted view of the world. So anything that is not a crisis in that part of the brain, it tries to mark as spam. So therefore, when you write your messaging, it needs to be immediately enticing to the croc brain to keep the attention of your prospect in order for them to be interested in furthering the process with you. The book goes in depth in how that then goes into the neocortex, etc. So let's go back now to the product market fit. I've spoken to founders, most of these founders have a developer background, that have developed solutions based on what they think would work in the market instead of seeing what the market wants and then developing and selling those solutions. So sometimes these founders have not tested out their solution in the market yet and they don't know if it works basically. So what I recommend to them is to find out if their solution has product market fit, and this can be done in a very easy way by doing outbound messaging or cold outreach. You can carry out cold outreach to really test out your solution in the market. Now, cold outreach can entail sending out cold messages on email or LinkedIn to your ideal clients and see if that solution is resonating in the market. This is the quickest way you can find out if your solution has no product market fit, has an okay product market fit, or a great product market fit. So your solution could be seen as a nice to have or a commodity, hence that the product market fit is not as good as it should be, and therefore your lead generation strategy might not provide you the expected results that you want. There is one more thing that you can do when your product is seen as a nice to have or a commodity and having an okay product market fit, which I will talk about in one of my next videos, so stay tuned. So want to learn more about how other SaaS founders and entrepreneurs have started their business and what problems they have been solving to get product market fit? Be sure to download my SaaS Founders Report Guide, in which we've interviewed a dozen plus SaaS founders, and comment below on the 2 aspects that you have learned from this video.